Good morning, Mr. Henning. I thought I'd do this little video for you to show you the progress that I've made on trying to solve the lighting for these carriages. These are the old timer carriages, the red and cream ones. I've taken a look at the grey ones. In actual fact, we had a crash I told you about, and the wires got touched together, and I can show you those wires and the damage that it's done. They had already a capacitor installed in them, and the thing was that this was the wiring here, and here is the burnt out inside the carriage. So I've got to do some repairs on that one. Oh, this is the one, this is the cable here that as you can see, the ones that were going through the little hole, and they must have just chafed together when they connected on there. So a little bit of a mess, so I think we can fix that. The thing with those grey carriages, the long coaches, the lighting is more complex inside, the way that it should have lights up the different compartments. So what I've got to do on that one is to take a look, and we've got to probably do a little bit of an engineering job to solve it. So let's go through the progress that I've actually made. What I've done is I bought a roll. This is a 5-meter roll of lighting strip. You can get it in various different sizes, lumen ratings, colours, and so forth. This is cool white, and it's the single strip, waterproof, self-adhesive back on there. And I've just got a little rig here that I'm doing just to show you how it's working. The rigs that I've got set up are not particularly pretty by any means. They're just to prove the functionality of actually what we've got working. So here is the lighting rig, which is the original lighting circuit that you can see here. There's a 1000 microfarad capacitor on the end, a bridge rectifier here, and the 2 strips of lighting which comes from the carriage. Now these lights didn't have any form of control on them at all. They were just taking their power directly from the wheels on the track. So if we and it's a little bit difficult to see, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a setup here so that I can actually show you the lighting with one capacitor installed. What we have is, I'm just flashing that in and out, on and off, and you can see that the lights dim slowly, but if I just flashed it and touched it like that, which is really what happens on the tracks, it's not really sufficient to solve the problems that we have, or what we're trying to achieve. So what I've done is with the other stuff that I had, I put 4 of these capacitors in series. I've got the bridge rectifier on there, and I've just put one section of the LED lights on here to see how it performs, and I can show you. And if I flash it in, touching it on and off, you still get a little bit of flashing. And don't forget, this is not going to be so good when we put in a strip of these, because they'll take up more power and the capacitor's performance will reduce. But the good news the good news is that this solution should solve the problems. We need to do a little bit more work in perfecting what we've got. So I've ordered this morning some 10,000 microfarad capacitors. I don't know how much bigger they will be physically than this, but I believe that they should do that. And what I'll do is I've also ordered some adjustable resistant potentiometers, and they will be able to allow us to dim the light a little bit, so we can do that mechanically with a little screwdriver inside. So I think that we can probably reuse all of the old lights, which will be a good a good solution if we can. If not, we'll put new lights in, which I've got, and hopefully we can sort of completely refurbish the lighting in those carriages. I think you've got about 6 or 8 of them in total, so I've ordered 10 sets of them. Now when it comes to the grey coaches, that's going to be a separate sort of problem, and I think you said you had some other problems in some other carriages. So the good thing is I believe that we can bespoke a setup to make this work for all of the carriages that are causing a bit of a problem. So that's it. I've had to sort of learn, go back to school and learn all of these little bits and pieces. I knew kind of a little bit about it, but I wish I'd have learned electronics and things when I was a lot younger a few years ago, because it's actually good fun sort of doing it. When we put all these together, I've got some heat shrink here, and we'll put heat shrink over all of the connections and try and make a really tidy, neat, professional little job of it all, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got the setup here. It's I'm out in the open in the garden underneath the pergola. The trains, we've been doing some work on the trains the last couple of days. On the tracks, I've put in a sort of a buffer stop down there, and we've done the bridge over the other side. I've still got some levelling to do, but by and large, it's the little train setup is looking pretty good here. So let's get these lights done, all fixed up, and also when I get the new modelling lathe, I'll sort of probably put that here, and I'll try and do those little repairs and the things that we wanted to do. Good stuff, Henning, and so I'm now an electronics engineer. Got that. See you later.